Hi, and welcome to Disctv, the show that brings you the world of disc golf. I'm Brian Sullivan, and this week is our mid-season player rating show, when we count down the top disc golfers in the world. Who will be number one? Find out, because Disctv is on the air right now.
Good. Pause.
Disctv is brought to you in part by the Professional Disc Golf Association, guiding disc golf into the future. Maceman Disc Golf Gear, simply the best. Gateway Golf Discs, winning discs of the 2002 Great Lakes Open. And DiscLife.com, the world leader in disc golf. Welcome to Disctv's mid-season player rankings special. I'm Brian Sullivan. Now this week we rank for you the top disc golfers in the world. Now, some criteria to become ranked: players had to participate in a certain number of A-tier national tour events. For the men, it was 8. For the women, 5. Otherwise, it's all based on performance. We begin with some honorable mentions. Let's go to tape. We begin our honorable mentions with California's Annie Kreml. In her brief 2 appearances this season, Kreml has racked up a solid .923 winning percentage with an average finish of 1.5. Of the 13 pro women she's taken on thus far, only one has managed to get the better of Annie Kreml. Deb Renner of Florida is another strong player we'd like to see out at more events. Renner has churned out an average finish of 2nd place in 4 appearances this year, giving her a win percentage of .667. With 2 national tour wins to her credit this year, Deb Renner has once again proven that she is a force to be reckoned with. Another honorable from the women's division is Sue Stevens of Michigan. Now in her 3rd year on tour, Stevens has an average finish of 3.7 in 9 appearances this year, with a win percentage of .631 and 1 national tour win. To some honorable men, who include Walt Snoop Haney of North Carolina. Haney is one of a number of North Carolinians to make the cut this year, with an average finish of 4th place in 3 brief appearances. He's faced 201 challengers this year and beaten 192 of them, giving Walt Haney an impressive .950 winning percentage so far this year. From Delaware, it's the Mose. Mike Moser has accrued an average finish of 2nd place in his 2 appearances this year, racking up a tasty .950 winning percentage by losing to only 2 of 66 challengers. A national tour win clinches the deal for Delaware's Mike Moser. Larry Leonard is another North Carolina disc golf prodigy. He's also got a tour win under his belt this season, with an average finish of 5th place through 6 events and a staggering win percentage of .924. He's beaten more than 300 players while bowing to only 24 others, proving that Larry Leonard has a place among this season's elite players. Craig Gangloff of Maryland is another player who doesn't tour much, but when he's in the house, you'd better hit the chains if you want to keep up with him. Gangloff has an average finish of 3.3 on the season and a .929 win percentage in 3 appearances. Like so many other players this year, Gangloff also has a tour win and a place on our list of the top players. To the West Coast, where you'll find California's Jeff Lissaman tearing it up at a nearby course. Lissaman has an average finish of 7.2 in 6 appearances this year, a number that went way up with a rare finish in the upper 20s this spring. Lissaman's 908 win percentage is his truly impressive stat, having lost to only 37 players in 460 challenges. Pennsylvania gets a mention this year with the inclusion of Joe Mila, the 2001 World Masters champ who still has the guts to compete and win in the Open division. Mila has an average finish of 3.3 in his 3 appearances this year and a win percentage of .918. The last in our list of honorables is Colorado's Mike Randolph, who has finished in the top 10 in 5 of his last 6 World Championships. Now the kicker here is that Randolph spends most of his free time playing Ultimate and hadn't picked up a golf disc all year long. So, with absolutely no practice time, Randolph attended the PDGA event in Tahoe and walked away with an impressive 2nd place finish, giving him a .987 win percentage. So there's Disctv's list of honorable mentions at mid-season. Coming up next, we count down the world's top 5 women disc golfers. Welcome back to Disctv's mid-season player rankings special. On to the women, we begin at number 5. In the women's division, the 5th spot is taken by Colorado's Nadine Larkin. With an average finish of 3.3 over 7 national tour appearances, Larkin has been tearing it up in the Rocky Mountain region. Up to this point, she's satisfied with that record.
It's going pretty well so far. Doing really well in state in Colorado. Won New Mexico states and a few tournaments.
Larkin has beaten 2/3 of all her challengers this season, and hitting the long putts is becoming a Larkin trademark.
Just always to win, you know. I go out there and get them. My main competitor is my husband, Emmett, and I always do my score against his, and you know, a couple of people on tour, like Pete Shive and I, are always comparing our scores and everything. It's a lot of fun because he lives right next door in Wyoming.
With a solid game that's tough to beat, Nadine Larkin has earned her way to number 5 on our list of the best players in women's disc golf.
My main competitors are pretty much Juliana, Leslie, Des. Always have a great time when we're out there. You know, I'm right there with them. And hopefully they're watching out for me. I would have to say my attitude. I always go for it. Everybody calls me Straight Line Larkin. All I see is the basket, and I can put it in 1. Well, sometimes.
At number 4 is a relative newcomer to the tour who's causing a chain reaction, Iowa's Des Reddick.
I'm working on a different approach disc. I switched to a KC Hard AVR, and I like the stability of it and able to control it. And before that, I was kind of just in between on discs. So right now, I'm just working that shot out.
Redding has been steadily building the strength of her game all season long and has already notched tour wins in Kansas City and Madison, Wisconsin. At this pace, chances are good that Redding is headed for a strong finish.
Who do I gotta beat? This is more like it. I should be what I have to do. I have to play. I have to hit my shots. You have to hit your holes. I think it comes to women's golf is elevated to the point where whoever makes the most mistakes will lose strokes, and hence you lose down. And so it's a matter of just hitting all your shots.
She's already got a win percentage of 800 and an average finish of 2.3. So look out, ladies. Iowa's Des Redding has got her game on at number 4 in our countdown of the top women's players. At number 3 in the women's division is two-time U.S. women's champ Leslie Herndon of Alabama, who's no stranger to tough competition.
I'm really looking forward to going to the Women's Nationals and trying to grab that title again, and just try to play strong and you know, try to maybe gather together some more Super Tour wins and just keep playing strong. Just try to enjoy the game as much as possible. The biggest weakness is I'd have to say my head. It's always my head. I'm really, you know, a strong player. If I keep my head in it, I can hang with anyone. I can, you know, play just as well as anyone else. So.
Herndon's current win percentage is .814, with an average finish of 2.2 over 18 events.
It's been going really well. It's been going a lot better than last year. I've won quite a few Super Tours. I got 4 in a row there for a while, and my game's feeling pretty good.
On the strength of her win percentage of .814, Leslie Herndon ranks at number 3. On to number 2 in the women's division. She's the 5-time world champ Elaine King of Ontario, Canada, and it's been another fine year in her Hall of Fame career.
I've had a great season so far. I've been very, very pleased with my golf. I've won 3 Super Tours and come in 2nd out of 4th, and just feel that I've got accuracy. My driving is very good, my putting is solid, and really enjoying the game.
She's the PhD scientist who relaxes from her day job by bagging tour wins at events like Pittsburgh, Columbus, and at the Tapsco.
I think I really need more distance. That would give me more of an advantage, especially with some of the long-armed women that are coming up, Juliana, Des, others who throw considerably farther than myself. I'd like to get more distance. I'm not quite sure how to do that. I may have to just work with what I've got and work on having good approaches and solid putts.
She's sporting an amazing .914 win percentage with an average finish of 1.2 over 5 events. If she's there, Elaine King is most likely taking some of your money.
I think I could do it as myself. Got to be consistent. It's all about consistency. There's quite a few female players who have all the shots, good, well-rounded game. Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses, but it will be consistency that will determine the women's number 1.
So, the consistently fine Elaine King at number 2 on our countdown. Finally, we arrive at the top women's player. In the number 1 spot, it's JK, 4-time women's world champion Juliana Korver of Iowa.
I'm actually in a little bit of a slump right now, having a hard time getting everything together.
Despite an unusual mid-season slump, Korver has once again dominated the competition this year with wins at Z-Bows, Wintertime Open, Bowling Green, Peoria, and more. Korver is the women's career Super Tour win leader with 70 titles to her credit. So, why the slump now?
I wish I knew. If it were that easy, maybe I could turn it around. Actually, ironically enough, I think maybe I'm playing too much disc golf right now.
Korver has taken first place in all but 6 of her last 112 events. But with the tougher competition coming into the women's ranks, could this be the beginning of the end of Korver's reign of terror? She says no.
I don't think so. I think it's just kind of all the way across, just a little bit off. Not a lot, but just enough.
On the season, Korver still maintains the best average finish of 1.5, with a win percentage of .914 in 16 tour appearances. Even with those impressive numbers,
Elaine King is always a dominant force at Worlds. Leslie has been playing extremely well. Again, I've said it before, I think she's the world's best female putter. And Des Redding is an up-and-coming player that can turn it on if she wants to.
with accurate drives of up to 400 feet and a long, steady putting game, Iowa's Juliana Korver continues to exemplify all the best qualities of a world-class champion, leaving little doubt that she's got what it takes to maintain her position as the world's best female professional disc golfer. And if you ever find yourself in a head-to-head competition against her, all we can say is good luck, because you're going to need it. So Juliana Korver tops our list of the best from the women's ranks. We count down the best from the Open division. That's coming up next. And that's going to wrap up the women's side of our midseason player ranking show. No surprise to see Juliana Korver at the top, although a very close race between her and Elaine King. Stay tuned, Disctv will be right back. It's Disctv's midseason player ranking special, and we've arrived at the Open division. We're counting down the top 15 disc golfers in that division, and we begin at number 15. At number 15 is the guy known as Worm. He's Mike Young of Alabama. As a member of the Flying Eye crew, Worm has seen plenty of action this season, including a huge early win at the Bowling Green Open.
Well, started off decent, a little slow at first, but then my game came back for a couple of tournaments. I won the Bowling Green Open and national doubles. The rest of the season hasn't been going so well. I haven't been playing as well as I could, but we'll see how it goes later on.
Worm has finished better than 926 of his competition this season and finished worse to a mere 232 for a winning percentage of .780 in 19 PDGA National Tour appearances. With an average finish of 13.3 places, Mike Worm Young is number 15 in Disctv's top 15 players of the midseason. At number 14 is a young player in his second full year of touring. Meet Avery Jenkins from Ohio.
It's been going well so far. A little rough in the beginning, and it's picked up towards Worlds, so a lot of big super tours and such, and I've been playing well up to Worlds and just praying for it. With an average place finish of 11.2 in 20 appearances, Jenkins has beaten more than 80% of his opponents this season with big distance drives that always bring in a few extra deuces. So it's Ohio's Avery Jenkins at number 14 on Disctv's top ranked players of the midseason. At number 13 is one of the most seasoned touring disc golfers on the road today. He's Todd Branch from Michigan. With an average finish of 10.5, Branch scored a hard-fought victory at the Waco Charity Open in May to start the season strong. He's defeated just shy of 1,000 disc golfers in competition this year for a winning percentage of .827 in 20 appearances. As PDGA competition director, Branch is fully immersed in the game and is shooting well enough this year to find himself at lucky 13 in our mid-season rankings. The 12th best player of 2002 thus far has only made 11 appearances on the tour, but he's made the best of them. He's Oklahoma's Kevin McCoy. McCoy was working for WorldCom as recently as this spring. Now, when corporate scandals brought that house down, well, McCoy did what any sensible disc golfer would do and hit the road. As a result, McCoy has amassed a solid winning percentage of .853 and an average finish of 10.3. And that is good enough to rank Tulsa's Kevin McCoy at number 12. To 11. He's cashed in 105 of his last 106 events, a winning percentage of .837. He's the super sweet Al Sugarback from Michigan.
try to at least get a Super Tour victory before the Worlds, and which that, hasn't happened yet. So I've had a couple good finishes, so pleased with it. Not quite exactly.
At number 10 on Disctv's mid-season rankings is another Michigan strong arm. He's David Feldberg. Now this guy can throw for some crazy distance, but his main weapon is the monster laser jump putt. Ba-bam!
It's been a lot of up and downs, kind of like a roller coaster, but I haven't gone down too low. My worst finish is about 18th place, and I've had about 10 top fives and 1 win, Super Tour win, so it's been going pretty good for me, my best season ever. I think I'm first in points and 4th in cash, so I'm just hoping to finish strong here. And
For stats, Dave Feldberg has a better than 10th place average finish of 9.8 and a winning percentage of 839. Add in a national tour win, and he's at number 10 on our countdown. Our 9th-ranked player of the midseason is the 2001 world champion, and despite a heavy touring schedule, has managed only 1 national tour win on the year. He's Cameron Todd of Georgia. The champ has a solid win percentage of 860, but he admits his game has been a little cold this season.
My season's been going pretty decent. I haven't been playing as hot as I'd like to, but maybe I have because I've been just coming back from the bottom a lot. And it's actually a good experience. It's kind of a different season. My head's been in different things this year, thinking about lots of different things. And regardless of that, I'm just learning how to have a lot more fun and just deal with the sport as it comes.
Cameron Todd has an average finish of 8.6 this year, landing him in 9th. If you're looking for natural mojo, look no further than our 8th-ranked professional disc golfer, Steve Brinster from New Jersey. Now when his game is on, it is a complete package that's earned him an average finish of 7th place in 8 appearances on the year.
I feel like I've had a good year. I feel like I'm finally starting to play where my ability is. Had a really good head, and I think that's led to a lot of my success. And worked hard in the off season, did a lot of putting, which came through in a lot of big tournaments, and really helped me stay up near the top.
A winning percentage of 873 is good enough to put Steve Brinster at number 8 in our rankings. Stay tuned. The top 7 disc golfers are coming up.